The following video is not made for kids under 13. If you are not 13 years old, please exit out of the video now. And please, YouTube, do not sue me. Sup guys, Mooky here, and I'm back with another part of What If Izuku Was Trained by Ryu Hayabusa. This is part 8. In the last part, Izuku helped out a couple of the Class 1A students and take care of the villains, even certain villains that would have caused quite a bit of problem for certain people in the main canon, and was heading back to the entrance to help out Aizawa and 13 and all those who weren't taken by Kurogiri or sent all over the USJ. However, he soon realized that the Nomu basically has Aizawa pinned down and Shigaraki decaying his arm, as he soon realized that he just brought everybody from Class 1A into the most dangerous area in the entire USJ. With that said, let's get into this. Right after that, Izuku talks to both Kendo and Tsuyu and telling them to stay down and keep quiet, and that he's going to help out Mr. Aizawa. As the girls basically tell him, "Are you crazy? You're going to get yourself killed if you go out there." As he tells them, "I'll be fine. Just sit here and I'll go help out him. If you guys see an opening, head to the entrance with Mr. Aizawa." As Tsuyu tells him, "Don't be I know we're all trained to be heroes, but don't put yourself in danger like this." As Izuku's saying, "My master has been through worse situations than this. I know, and as his student, I had to be on the same level as him, and I won't let him down." After saying this, Izuku moves as quick as possible, with Kendo basically trying to stop him, but feeling inadequate, unable to stop her friend from doing something stupid. As Shigaraki says, "It doesn't look like All Might's going to show up anytime soon. Oh well, let's just end this game. Looks like I'll just have to continue the game another time." With Shigaraki looking at both Kendo and Tsuyu and wanting to decay them, and was about to rush at them. However, Izuku steps in front of him with his bow staff being his lunar staff, and ends up stabbing Shigaraki right into the gut with the pointy end of his lunar staff, with Shigaraki screaming, "You little brat! What the hell?" As he says, Sorry if I hurt you a little bit, but you had it coming." With him swinging, basically spinning the staff, and then hitting him on the back of his head, with it, knocking him down to the ground, with Kurogiri opening a warp gate, pushing him right next to him, with him asking Tomura Shigaraki, "Are you okay?" As he says, "I'm fine." As he orders Nomu to kill Izuku, make sure that he stays dead, and beat him of every inch of his life. After that, the Nomu lets go of Aizawa, and soon is about to beat the crap out of Izuku, as Izuku gets in a battle stance with his bow staff, and realizes that he needs to give it everything he's got. He can't hold back one bit, thinking that this thing may be on the same level as All Might. As he moves, as the Nomu may be stronger, since he has not just super strength and durability, but also shock absorption. But Izuku is a lot more faster, and he has a lot more techniques under his belt, thinking that he'd be able to wear it down quite a bit. And just like that, he does. Even though he isn't doing some real damage with his bow staff, he feels like he should be able to wear it down a bit. as he begins thinking, I had to figure out something. Maybe I can get it off balance by slicing his legs. As he ends up switching from his lunar staff to his twin swords, his dragon fang and his tiger claw, slicing the Nomu's legs and the back of the Nomu's legs, forcing it onto the ground for the time being. As everyone at the entrance began seeing that Izuku is fighting all on his own, as Ochiko is worried that he may get himself hurt. After this, Izuku soon stabs the Nomu right through the arms, as Shigaraki's wondering, what? How is this possible? He's supposed to have shock absorption. Nothing should be hurting him. After that, Izuku said, these are blades. I doubt shock absorption normally means like blows, like hits from a blunt object or from fist. I doubt things like a sword or a knife can do anything, would basically nullify such a thing. So I'm guessing swords and other piercing weapons would do pretty well against this thing. Don't expect otherwise. After that, Shigaraki begins getting pissed off more and more, and prepares to rush at Izuku, hoping that he can be able to decay him, or at least decay his swords. After that, soon after, a big explosion comes from the entrance, with All Might, that being All Might, as he says, never fear, students, with an angry look, and ripping his tie off, saying, for I am here. As everyone begins crying and feeling happy that All Might's finally here, that he's finally able to stop the villains, as many of the other villains that are at the entrance basically feel like, if All Might's here, we're done for, but maybe we can get at least a couple hits on him before. Soon after, a couple of the villains that were still at the entrance were knocked out in a blink of an eye. All Might soon is right next to Izuku and punches the Nomu even farther, nearing the center of the USJ, as he says, young Midoriya, take your teacher and go. As he says, I can fight alongside you, All Might. That thing has just so you know, that thing most likely has multiple quirks, like shock absorption. That's what the dude with the hand said. As he says, if that's the case, he doesn't have shock nullification. As he says, not that I know of. As All Might tells him, good. Thank you for telling me. Now go, young Midoriya. As he runs right to the Nomu and prepares to battle it once more. As Izuku's saying, All Might doesn't know what he's getting himself into. That thing could probably kill him if need be. After that, everyone else that were in different locations of the USJ soon arrives at the center, with both Shigaraki and Kurogiri heading to where the Nomu is, and All Might as well. But before everyone else could see that, as he begins worrying about Tsuyu and Kendo, as he remembers telling them to get Aizawa if they can get an opening, which he looks back and sees that that both Kendo and Tsuyu are taking Aizawa up to the entrance, which he's glad. Soon after, Bakugo, Kirishima, and Shoto, alongside Momo, Jiro, and Kaminari, with both Tokoyami, Ojiro, and even Koda as well. As he says, good, I'm glad all of you made it here in one piece. As they began asking what's going on, as All Might showed up just in time to fight against the bird beak villain guy. As Kaminari says, oh really? Then that's so good. I think now we should just let All Might handle this and we'll be good to go. As Shoto said, well, you can head out. I'm gonna go help out All Might. As Bakugo saying, like I'm gonna let you have all the spotlight, you half and half. I'm gonna help out All Might and get the credit myself. as Kirishima soon steps in and say, I don't think that's what we should be worrying about. We should probably just help out Alma because it's the right thing to do. As everyone begins thinking that that's crazy, that All Might's the number one hero, and thinks that that he could handle this himself. As everyone debates this, Izuku is already heading down, as everybody wonders where Izuku went. As soon after, they begin looking down as Izuku is running as fast as he can to where All Might and the Nomu are fighting. Just like in canon, All Might is struggling against the Nomu, with him trying to go for a suplex, and was stopped by Kurogiri. And soon the Nomu is now going to rip All Might in half and hitting him onto his weak point. As Izuku sees this, he begins thinking, did All Might get injured in the past? But that can't be right. As he thinks, he would never, unless this villain really is strong enough to kill him. And thinks to himself, I don't have time to waste. And soon he uses one of his Ninpo techniques, being Art of the Windblade, which he ends up cutting the arms off of the Nomu that was about to tear All Might into pieces. After seeing this, Shigaraki says, "What? How? That's impossible!" As All Might sees this, says, "Young Midoriya, what are you?" As Kurogiri calls back the Nomu to their side, as his cut arms begin losing all types of blood, and begin saying, "You little brat, how dare you? How dare you do this to my Nomu?" As Izuku's saying, "Sorry, couldn't help myself. I mean, you were trying to kill the number one hero after all." As Kurogiri said, "We gotta get out of here," Tomoe Shigaraki. With the Nomu losing his arms, he doesn't have any regeneration quirk, and soon realize, shut up, it doesn't matter. All Might will die here, I'll make that promise, even if he had to lose the Nomu in the process. As Izuku realized that he needed to give it everything he's got, and decided to do another Art of the Windblade, but stores up all of the Ninpo energy into his body, realizing that it could kill him from the inside out. As All Might says, "Young Midoriya, you have to I told you to leave. It's still too dangerous for it." But after saying this, two figures begin jumping down from the roof of the USJ. As Izuku stops his Ninpo in the middle and realized one of the figures was wearing a black ninja garb. As he draws his sword and cuts the Nomu in half, all down, right in the middle in two. As the second one basically wielded a spear, wielding a spear that looked like a shrine torch, and cutting the Nomu in half right through the side, causing the Nomu to spread in blood everywhere. As Izuku began realizing who these two figures were, and realized, "Master? Big Sis Momoji? What are you two doing here?" As Ryu didn't say anything, and says, "You, the boy with the hands, tell me, is this a fiend or not?" As he says, "What the hell are you talking about? You just killed my Nomu." As he says, it seems like he doesn't know anything about fiends. He may be just a puppet as well. As Momoji says, "Ryu, look, it's Izuku. Izuku is here." And not only that, as he began to realize, well, if it isn't All Might, long time no see, old man. As All Might says, that voice and that outfit, Ryu Hayabusa. It's been years, young man. As Izuku begins thinking, wait, Master, you guys know you know All Might? How? When did you? As Ryu says, we'll talk later, Izuku. Right now, I have some answers to get. After that, Shigaraki says, damn it, I guess it's game over. Kurogiri, take us back to the hideout. I'm done here. As Kurogiri says, of course, Tomura Shigaraki, and creates a warp gate right back to their hideout, being the bar. As Ryu says, not so fast, and was about to stab Shigaraki right through the chest, but was stopped by Kurogiri instead, and thinks, damn, it was too late. As All Might says, now I get it. Now I understand why young Midoriya's fighting style abilities were so similar. You taught him Hayabusa, didn't you? As Ryu saying, you're pretty I took you this long to realize that, huh? Well then, I got no time to waste. As Izuku saying, wait, Master, don't go! After saying this, Bakugo, Kirishima, and Shoto, also alongside Kendo as well, who was able to get Aizawa some help alongside all the other teachers showing up as well. As Ryu noticed that everyone's coming, and says, All Might, take care of my student. I think of him almost like a son, so treat him well. After saying this, Momoji also says, take care, Izuku, and be safe. And he says, wait, you two, don't go! After that, the two of them just vanish, just like that. As everyone else begins thinking, what the hell happened? As they look at what remains of the Nomu, as they says, Midoriya, did you do this or did All Might? As Bakugo says, yeah, right, shitty hair. Like this nerd could do something like this to somebody that was as powerful as All Might. As Izuku said, I know one person that just did, or two people. As he begins realizing that his master knows way more people than he thinks. And after that, the police showed up, and what left of the villains were defeated by the teachers and were taken by the police. As everybody begins thanking Izuku for helping them out and getting them to the center safely. And after that, Kendo begins scolding Izuku for trying to take on the Nomu all by himself without any help. But she's glad that he's just okay as well. With that said, the incident at the USJ was taken care of. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the story. Please tell me what you guys think down in the comments below. Also, like and comment and subscribe, which helps out my channel a lot. I would appreciate it. And that said, this is Mooky signing out. Later.